I could have never seen where this was going.
We're at the FBI.
We're with the FBI.
Started with yarn. We've progressed to the FBI. So it gets better. The very next day.
Let's take a sip of tea of the town.
I have a very windy one today.
Really?
Yes. It is called A Yarn Scandal Unraveled.
Okay, I am invested. I'm ready.
Get ready. So, first and foremost, two creators that I followed for this and watched some of their content, Carrie Craft Geek and Aspen in the Moment, both covered the same story. Both have really good in-depth reviews of this. I'm obviously going to do it a little bit differently, but I've watched both of them and they're really interesting coverage. So if you want to learn more or a different angle of this story, hit those guys up. All right. So what era are we in right now? This is late 2007, early 2008. So,
okay.
Very different time.
Like, MySpace is still a thing.
Yes.
The scene kids are still, like, I
Exactly.
I remember this era quite well.
Everyone had a top 8.
Oh, the top 8.
We were
so
still,
controversial.
like, the internet was such a different place in this era.
Oh, Wild West.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, today you can, figure out who people are, but, like, back then, like, the anonymity was wild.
Exactly. The behavior was, and do you remember, like, going on vacation or going for a night out and then you'd post, like, 200 pictures on your Facebook? For, like, it was irresponsible.
It was irresponsible.
But we would do it.
But, of course.
This was the time. And everyone would walk around with, like, their iPod shuffles.
Oh, I remember. I had an iPod shuffle.
And your, like, razor phones that flipped up. Yeah.
I miss them. I'm not going to lie. I miss them.
Different time. Very different time. So this was kind of in the era of the internet where, as you said, it was the Wild West.
Yes.
You could go into a forum. You could go into, even Facebook. You would interact with someone and there was really just no history that people had attached. There was no, like, online persona that people had that was verifiable and traceable back to, like, who you know.
Yeah.
And your life. Like, you couldn't go on LinkedIn and look someone up. Maybe you could. I don't know if LinkedIn existed.
I don't think it did. And, like, doxing wasn't really a thing back then. Or it wasn't, like, a mainstream thing. Because it was so hard to find.
Yeah.
Unless you were, like, a hacker, you really couldn't find information on people if they were posting anonymously.
If it wasn't your friend that you knew in person, it could literally be anyone.
Yes.
So, like, you could be... This was when catfishing first became a thing.
I remember that.
Yeah. We're, like... Because people were so innocent. They were like, oh, this hot girl is talking to me? I believe it.
I got catfished.
Did you really?
I did get catfished.
Oh my God.
I did.
Okay, I really want to hear that story.
I'll tell you later.
Episode.
Yes.
So, this was the era. Very different time, but it was early internet. It was kind of a magical, crazy, wild place.
Yes.
And our main character today is a beloved yarn dyer.
A yarn dyer?
A yarn dyer. Going by the name of Mystical Creation Yarns.
Okay. Already I'm loving the, like, mystical, magical vibes, but I'm not at all familiar with, like, yarn dyeing.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, one thing I learned is that people in this sort of world of yarn dyeing actually call it fiber dyeing or fiber arts. So yeah.
Is, like, yarn, like, derogatory or
reductive.
Like, okay.
It's not derogatory. They still call it yarn, but yeah, it's like it's a whole universe.
Okay.
So fiber dyeing.
Fiber dyeing.
So we're talking about a fiber dyeing artist.
Okay.
Yes. So this was their original website.
I love this so much. It, like, brings back such nostalgia. I just know that there was at least one sparkle graphic on her page.
Absolutely. Sure. And when you logged on, it would, like, start some random pop song.
Yep.
Or like Enya would come on.
I love it.
It was a different time. So our fiber dyer, our yarn artist, was sort of known for creating these beautiful, beautiful, very vibrant yarns. And so it was super, super popular. And everyone in the sort of community of yarn consumers and yarn dyers really loved these hand-dyed yarns because they were very affordable. So like actually cheaper in a lot of cases than what you would get if you just like went to a craft store.
Wow.
And the quality was much higher because it was like hand-dyed. The colors were beautiful.
I mean, this is like very much giving like mermaid, unicorn. I love this.
Yeah. So super popular. This creator really blew up. I'm not going to say went viral because that wasn't really a concept back then.
Not really, no.
Not really. So you had your friend list back then, and that's who saw your posts.
Yes.
Like that was it.
That was it.
We didn't do, viral was not a thing.
Not really, no.
But, you know, you could be popular on a discussion board, or your live journal could be popping.
Yes.
But that's about it.
That's true.
So we're not going to say viral, but it was sort of this became really popular really fast in this particular community.
Yeah.
And this person just sold a ton of yarn.
That's amazing.
And was very much beloved. And this is our main character, Yarn Dine, that's behind Mystical Creation Yarns.
Okay.
Her name is Danielle.
Danielle.
This is not a real photo of Danielle. This is my my imagination of what she looks like.
I could see this. This seems like her vibe. I mean, just seeing like the kind of yarn that she's putting out and like how beautiful it is. Like, I could see this.
So this is my Danielle.
Okay.
And this whole story revolves around Danielle's journey with Mystical Creation Yarns.
Okay.
So let's get into it. She was blowing up to the point where she actually even had a European distributor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so people loved her yarn and it got really big really fast.
Wow.
Even people in Europe were wanting to buy it. So she had a partner named Claudine, and you could email Claudine for an order in Europe. So and mind you, this was the time where you weren't going online and shopping and adding to cart. Like,
no.
In order to order something, you were like emailing someone, and then there was kind of like an exchange that went on.
Yeah.
So she started, I think, before even like Etsy was a thing.
Oh, wow.
And so it was very different. And she had expanded. So Claudine is important. Remember Claudine.
Okay.
Claudine is her European distributor.
Which, amazing that like she expanded her business so much that she was like selling orders in Europe. I mean, I love it. I love a girl boss. Like, I love an entrepreneur. So good for her.
Doing her thing.
Okay.
Doing her thing. And Claudine is her partner in crime in Europe.
Okay. And I'm going to remember Claudine.
Clock it away. And so there were some early signs of trouble with Mystical Creation Yarns.
Oh.
This is a note that she posted on, I think this is one of her websites, or her live journal. I don't remember what site this was, where she would just randomly kind of stop accepting orders.
Okay.
Because she's one person.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she can only keep up with so much. And she was super, super popular. So as one person, you can't fill like an endless supply of orders. So every once in a while she would just like get too much, and she'd basically say, I'm not accepting orders right now. And people would, get kind of annoyed because like they loved the yarn.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't think that this is all that bad. Like, if she's a small creator and she's sold out, like, she's not a factory. So,
not
like,
at all.
I think it's kind of weird to be annoyed at this, but okay.
She's a fiber artist.
She has the process. She does.
So it was not necessarily a sign of trouble. It was just kind of, we'll talk about it later on because I think it's an important fact to know. Like, as one person, how much yarn can you produce?
Yes.
Right? So this was the second sign of trouble.
What am I looking at? This looks like guts in a bathtub.
This is not a murder scene.
Okay.
This is not, it may appear to be, but it is not a murder scene.
Okay, thank God.
So, this is actually a picture that one of the yarn purchasers posted on one of the forums.
Okay.
This is actually a shawl.
Oh.
Yes. So this person purchased some yarn from Danielle and made a shawl, but it was kind of like leaching color. And so she had to like run it through the bath multiple times to try to get the like bleaching color out, which is not a good sign with yarn, right? Like it should be fully done, ready to go, ready to use, ready to wear.
Like
but
pre-wash. Because like I know that like even when I've bought clothes that are super colorful, sometimes they do tend to like bleed the first time you wash them. So but this isn't normal.
This is not a normal level of that.
Okay.
Like the person who posted this actually said, normally if I've done this before with like another piece that I've made, eventually the water runs clear and then I know it's fine.
Yeah.
She said it never ran clear. Like she did it multiple times. It never ran clear. And you can see like this is a lot.
That is a lot. Like I genuinely was not sure what I was looking at first.
Know.
Like I can see that this is a bit much.
It's too much. And this person did say like it was eventually fine. She didn't get the water to run clear, but she wore it and it was fine.
Okay.
So I guess it turned out okay, but this is a very vibrant, colorful type of yarn that she's creating. So like on the one hand, I'm like, okay, I guess it makes sense that she gets those vibrant colors by like adding a lot of dye, right? But then there's some flaw in the process where she's like not finishing it, not rinsing it correctly, whatever that looks like. And so,
but even still, I'm like optimistic because like, again, a single small creator, not a factory, like you're bound to have a mistake here and there. I think that's just human. So like, I'm still on her side.
Totally. And especially at this point, I'm 100% on her side. And you see, even at this point, people starting to kind of come for her. Right? And just be really upset and tear her down in the forums. And, if you have a quality issue, that's not a good thing. But definitely people reacted really strongly to it.
I don't like that.
And it was clear that, like, people are just kind of starting to get upset at our yarn princess, Danielle. Like,
not a yarn princess.
Yeah, exactly. Wear her crown.
Yes.
And let's move on. So, what happens next? This is a post from Danielle in one of her blogs, and she's sort of clapping back at all of the hate that she's getting.
Okay.
And what's funny is if you read through this, which I will not read through the whole thing, but essentially it is kind of I don't care what you say, I'm gonna do me type of vague post.
Okay.
Like I'm upset about all the hate I'm getting, but whatever, I'm gonna do me. Which, okay, like, yes, you should.
Yeah. I don't think, and like also if you're getting a ton of hate, like I don't think, I think everybody expects like a gracious response, and, like kowtowing and, I don't think that this is the worst response. Like just saying like, hey, like you're setting your boundaries. Like, yes, I created a business. Yes, there was an issue with an order, but like at the end of the day, I am doing my best. I'm selling like very affordable, beautiful yarn. So like
all those things,
like calm down.
So what I took away from this is exactly that. I was like, yeah, good for her. She's not just gonna like let all these people talk shit about her. She's trying to do something creative and interesting. Like, let her cook.
Exactly.
But at the same time, what's funny is the style that it's written in is very much like vague posting of the 2007 2008 era, where you're just like, I'm having so much problem, but I'm not going to tell you what it is specifically. I'm just going to make this post so that you feel sorry for me.
I miss vague posting.
Yeah,
I think we all vague posted once or twice in our life.
For sure. I was like, having such a hard day, or like posting a random song lyric.
Yeah. That was my whole MO. I'd be like, you're gonna see my sad song lyric that applies to my situation. You will not know my situation.
You will not know the situation. So that was sort of like the vibe of like how she wrote the post. So, then this is where it does get a little bit like shady, I will say, and not necessarily shady, but this is what was happening. So this is when a bunch of online commerce platforms started to emerge, like early Etsy and those types of things.
Yeah.
And so Danielle was going onto these platforms and then selling her yarn there instead of having the whole like email me situation, which is much better. It's a better experience. But she kept kind of like disappearing from platforms and then appearing on another one. And it's not clear if that's because she just decided, oh, I'm going to move to another platform because it's easier to use, or if like she was getting kicked off the platform. But people were mad about it. So they were like chasing her around different platforms to order her yarn.
Okay, that's a little weird.
And she was getting a ton of shade. She was getting a ton of shade.
She wasn't like letting people know like, hey, I'm switching this platform. It was just like people had to literally.
She was telling people. So because she had a lot of engagement on like the forums and discussion boards.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about this part of the internet, or this time and kind of the age of the internet. Most of this discourse happened on like discussion boards.
Yeah.
And so she would post on the discussion boards or her website and say like, you can buy here. So it wasn't that she wasn't communicating. It was more that people were basically saying, oh, like she's getting kicked off these platforms, right? They were throwing shade at her, or just like projections around what was happening or why she was moving platforms.
Yeah.
So, and it was a little bit sus. You know, I don't know why she moved platforms, but people were hating on her hardcore because they're like, oh, you know, we're chasing you around. The princess is in another castle. Let me go find her new store.
Yeah. No, so. And I get that. Like, that can be kind of annoying or frustrating or whatever. Yeah. Like, still not totally against our princess yet, but like,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens next to our beautiful yarn princess, Danielle? This is where it gets real weird. She sends an email out to a bunch of people who have ordered yarn. And this is what it says. I'm actually going to read this to you word for word so that you know what is going on.
Okay.
Due to the catastrophic effects of a debilitating illness, the company doing business as Mystical Creation Yarns has been forced to permanently shut down operation.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah. So in the midst of her getting like all of this hate, and kind of moving stores, and people are like, what's going on with you? She posts this message.
Okay. I feel really bad for her.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
It is with deep regret that there are no provisions in which to financially or physically process any outstanding orders in the professional manner MCY has served its customers over the past 5 years. So she's basically saying, like, if you ordered something, good luck.
Oh my God. So she's not, okay, just to make sure I'm understanding this, she's not like offering refunds or like,
she just posts, let's keep going. We're going to keep going. Okay. There's more to the message. Left is the remnants of an uninformed, devastated family making an attempt in good faith to try to fulfill outstanding orders with inventory of equal or greater value.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So essentially, this is a weird message, right? Because she's sending this to all of her customers. And it's super oddly worded. She's talking about her family now. And basically, this is what she's saying. She's saying, if you've ordered something, or the family is saying, if you've ordered something, we are going to send you something of equal or greater value.
Okay. First, like, this is a really sad thing for her to be going through, and like, this is horrible, and like the family's or, you know, whoever's trying to make right. But at the same time, like, I feel like there should at least be like, you either get a refund, or if you're open to it, we can give you something of like equal or greater value.
Yes.
Like, they shouldn't just be like, this is what we're doing, deal with it. Because as a customer, if you order something, you expect that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what is interesting about the message. It's like, the first part of it is she's telling everyone she's like got a really serious illness of some sort. And this is appearing to be from her family, not from her, who are kind of trying to pick up the pieces.
Okay.
And so on the one hand, you're like, okay, she's a beloved yarn dyer, a beloved fiber artist in this community, and she's really ill.
Yeah.
And her family's going to try to pick up the pieces and like send people random yarn. So it's kind of weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. So, but there's more. There's more to the message. Okay. The family recognizes its inability to fulfill their obligations to both their customers and their creditors in an accurate, timely manner, and express their sincere apology for any hardship this may have caused. Please email us and we will try our best to answer your questions or concerns. My sister is trying her best to fill orders, and every order will be out this week of February 24th, 2008. So it's clearly not from her, or the message is like from her family, from her sister. And so it's not her communicating to everybody because she is ill.
This is so weird.
It's super weird. Super weird.
Okay.
And this was sent out to all of her customers. So it's like, everyone's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And there's even more. I'm sure when Danielle gets out of the hospital, she will want to carry on her passion. If anyone would like to continue with her journey or send prayers, please email me and I'll see that she gets them when she returns home. Dyeing yarns, as you can see, has been her passion for years. And it ends with, I don't think she will give this up when she comes out. So,
okay.
Sincerely, the family Mystical Creation Yarns.
Okay.
Weird message.
Very weird message. There's a lot going on, a lot to unpack. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm going to assume that this is all legit, and like, I feel horrible for her. At the same time, it seems like this response is maybe lacking, and
but okay, so taking everything that you learned, first, Danielle is really ill. Like, there's something going on with Danielle. She's really ill, and her family's trying to take over because she has a lot of orders. This is a fully blown business with like European orders and everything. So like putting yourself in the shoes of the family. Okay, like, I don't know anything about yarn. I don't know anything about Danielle's business, but I know that my person or my family is sick and I'm going to try to help clean it up. And they're doing it really poorly.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
Really poorly.
Yeah, they're doing it bad, but also, I guess with that context, like, I'm going to cut them some slack because who knows, you know, like, this has got to be really hard on everyone. They're doing their best. Yeah. Maybe not the greatest response in the world, but, you know.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's just weird that it's like a message to the customers comes from the family. There's a sister. We don't know a whole lot about it, but it's, you know, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the reaction to Danielle's message. First, I just want to introduce the other character before we move on, which is the sister. Like, we don't know who the sister is, but she's been mentioned in this message.
Yeah.
And again, this is not a time where you could go and like learn more about Danielle and who her family is and find the people. This was just, okay, now we have this like anonymous cutout of like Danielle's sister that's part of this story because she was mentioned explicitly in an email from the family.
Okay.
So, weirdness, but this is where we're at. And there's two sides in terms of the response to the message. Yeah. The first is just a lot of people who are like, oh my God, Danielle, our beloved yarn princess. We love her yarn. She's been in our community for a long time. Yeah. Like, let's send our thoughts and prayers. Let's rally behind this person who's been part of our community, and we've been buying yarn from this person for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? And then there is, of course, the other side that they're just like angry that they're not getting their yarn, and they're angry and upset about the like logistics of the transaction. They might get some random yarn they didn't order. Like, I ordered purple and you're going to send me yellow. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I probably like fall into like the first group. Like, I think first and foremost, this is a human that's going through something. Like, granted, it's frustrating to not get what you paid for. Like, I'm not dismissing that. But at the same time, like, she's a small business owner who's going through a health issue. Like, I'm not going to hold that against her.
Right. Are we going to hate on her even more?
No.
She's obviously going through something.
Clearly.
So people are sort of upset, sad, trying to kind of reconcile the fact that they're not going to get the yarn that they're used to getting, but let's support our person.
I like that.
And then we're going to get juicy now. Susan from Virginia posts updates across all the yarn forums. Danielle from YCA is in the hospital and dying from leukemia.
Oh my God.
Sisters Jean and Margaret are picking up the pieces.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
So everybody who's sort of on the side of, okay, we need to support Danielle, obviously is like, oh my God, y'all are mad about your yarn.
Yeah.
And our person is dying from leukemia.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And now we know Jean and Margaret are coming in. They're the family that are going to come and try to pick up the pieces with the family.
Yeah.
Right? With the yarn. So we know who these people are now. We have names. Jean and Margaret. These are obviously not real pictures of Jean and Margaret, but these are my imagination of what Jean and Margaret look like. And they're just trying to pick up the pieces and figure out how to help their sister through this, right?
God.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So, angry people, though, are still angry.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, knowing that it's not just like, oh, she's, sick with the flu. Knowing it's leukemia, you're going to be upset that, like, your yarn order... Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This family, honestly... Like, the fact that they're trying it all to make right with the community when their sister is dying, like, okay.
They don't care. They want their yarn.
I don't love this.
And they're starting to pick apart, like, oh, we don't believe this. Like, we don't think that the sisters exist. Like, this is, just give me my yarn. I don't want this yellow yarn. I ordered purple. It's like a lot of people are still very angry and do not like Danielle, and they're tearing her down.
That's
right?
icky.
But then there's, of course, still the other side. There's still a lot of people who are supporting Danielle and trying to, like, say, hey, like, let's just roll with it. Like, everyone's trying to pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
Then Claudine. You remember Claudine?
I remember Claudine.
This is what she posts on the forums. This is a scam. Danielle is not dying and there are no sisters. So all of that chatter from, like, the angry people, Claudine, who knows her because she, like, did the European orders, comes on and is saying, yeah, the angry people are right.
Oh my God.
This is a scam.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's
Claudine
crazy.
is calling her out.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Claudine is not a ride or die. She's just like whoop throwing. Yeah,
that's okay. Wow, now this is getting crazy.
Yeah, but she did say in the post, Danielle does have a brother who died from leukemia many years ago, but this has nothing to do with that, and she's not sick.
Wow. Yeah. That's bold.
Yeah. And she's also saying, like, Danielle does not have any sisters. I know this. And there's so Claudine, right? She's never met Danielle.
Yeah.
She's in Europe. She's not in the physical space that Danielle is in, but she's worked with Danielle.
Okay.
So, obviously the angry knitters, the population of angry knitters is growing. Right?
I can kind of give a little credit there because, like, we have to assume that even if Claudine hasn't met Danielle, like, if you're a business partner,
you know something,
you wouldn't have some sort, and that's like a pretty bold claim to come out and say, like, if you're gonna say this person's faking having leukemia, like, that's a real bold
it's a big
thing
deal
to say.
And so most of the community at this point turns into, like, I am really angry at Danielle in this whole situation.
Yeah.
There is still kind of the other side. There are still some, like, sub-communities that are, like, two things. One, we don't even know who Claudine is because she doesn't know Danielle directly. Like, who knows? She might just be angry that, like, she's not getting the European orders anymore. And then the other thing that they're saying is actually, like, no, she doesn't have sisters. She's right. She has sisters-in-law. Like, she has two sisters-in-law, and they're calling them sisters. That doesn't mean she's lying. It just means they're sisters-in-law.
Okay, I think that's valid. Yeah. Like, I think it's fine to call your sister-in-law your sister.
So there's still this sub kind of group here, but at this point, the vast majority of the community has turned on Danielle, and they believe Claudine.
Yeah.
They 100% believe Claudine. They're like, yep, Claudine knows her. We know Claudine. But remember, in this era of the internet, anybody can post as anybody.
That's true.
Like, you can spook people. You can make up a username and just come on and post whatever the hell you want.
That is very, very true.
It's the wild, wild west.
It is.
So let's keep going. Then The angry knitters engage in a campaign to get the FBI involved.
Oh my God.
Straight up.
The FBI?
Straight up. They're going straight to the man. We're going for the FBI.
Okay, but also, is it that serious?
Is it? We're talking about yarn.
Because it's, like, that's the thing, like, and having seen the prices on the website, we're talking like $15, $8. Like,
oh no, call the FBI.
Call the FBI. All right, that's definitely the way to go.
So there's this huge campaign to get the FBI to investigate Danielle, right? Because she's lied, she has these orders that she hasn't fulfilled or hasn't fulfilled properly. And so you can go on the FBI's website and fill in like a tip or a complaint. And there's a huge campaign to get people to do this. And people do it.
Okay. I'm like, this is a little much.
It's a lot. It's a lot for yarn. Mm-hmm. It's a lot for yarn. Mm-hmm. But interestingly enough, it's successful.
So the FBI respond. Like, I don't know what's crazier, the fact that there's a campaign or the fact that the FBI was like, Sure. I'll take this on.
We'll take it out.
This is worth looking into.
Yeah. Don't have anything better to do.
Wow.
So Miss Violet is the one who basically tells everybody that, the FBI is on it. So she posts on the forums and she's like, hey fam, the FBI called me today. They're asking questions about Danielle. We did it.
Oh my God.
They're going to investigate.
I could have never seen where this was going.
We're at the FBI.
We're with the FBI.
Started with yarn. We've progressed to the FBI.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it gets better. The very next day, we get some update from the Danielle situation. There's an email that goes out to her customers, and this is what it says. Our beloved yarn princess has passed away. I'm gonna pause.
That is convenient timing for someone to die.
Super convenient.
And like, I'm starting to, I was very much on the side of the yarn princess, but like, at this point, I don't think she's dead.
Yeah, so no one... Exactly. A lot of people were like, bullshit.
Yeah.
The FBI is after you and then you died the next day.
That's real convenient.
Right? Mm-hmm. So convenient to pass away the next day.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are not going for that. And Jean and Margaret send this message out and they're like, we're devastated. We're going to try to pick up the pieces. And we're just so devastated and we're asking for your support, right? So that's kind of the tenor of the message. And yeah, people are just not falling for it. And Margaret, one of the things that really pissed people off is Margaret actually started to invite people to her own like yarn dyeing page. And they're like, wait a minute.
So Margaret's a yarn dyer? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold the phone because like, if we're thinking back to earlier on when the family is doing their best to fulfill these orders and they don't know anything about yarn, and then all of a sudden she's got a yarn business, I'm not buying it.
Exactly.
I'm not buying it. I'm an angry knitter now.
It's getting real sus real fast.
Yeah.
Real sus real fast. And most people are not buying it either. They're like, come on. There's still some people that do, but a lot of people, especially after this, where they're like, what, you're just going to try to now sell Margaret's hand-painted yarn? Like,
yeah, no.
Come on. I'm not... Yeah, this is weird. Mm-mm. And Claudine posts again and says, I spoke with Danielle and she's not dead.
Okay, I love how messy Claudine is.
Claudine is so messy.
I'm about it. The fact that she's so like...
messy.
And like, good for her for being like, hey guys, you're being scammed. Like, don't buy this.
Yeah.
But... Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's definitely still people who are on the other side who are saying like, look guys, like calm down. Why are you spinning up all these other narratives? Like Danielle passed away. And then so when Claudine posts and she's like, yo, y'all, I spoke with her. Wow. She's not dead. Everyone's like, okay, like this is clearly someone got scared and is like, I'm dead.
I cannot believe, I mean, to think all of this is stemming from, and listen, I'm not trying to like downplay like dying yarn, but is it worth faking your death over?
Right. Yeah. I mean, look,
Oh.
there is a part of me that is sympathetic to like, well, I'm just going to escape my problems by faking my own death.
I mean, I've definitely had some like projects at work where I'm like, maybe I'll just play dead. Maybe that's the solution to this project.
And it's not the first solution that I would suggest in all situations.
But it's on the list.
And it is a solution.
It is a solution.
It's a solution.
You know what? You're right.
And you have to remember, this time in the internet, like, there were no consequences for a lot of the things that you did or said.
No.
Or in your interactions with other people. Like, you could kind of do and say anything. So, like, the stakes are pretty... I'm not going to say low, because there's obviously real orders and real money and the freaking FBI is involved. But it was a very unserious place. Like, the internet was not a place where... The internet was explicitly the place where you would go to not have consequences for anything that happened, which is really different from how it is now. Like,
That's
your
true.
online presence is everything, and people are going to inspect it and analyze it. But it was not like that.
There was not a digital footprint.
Not at all.
You were literally just like running around like a ghost. Just nobody could. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah.
So when you think about that, it's like, well, it's not actually serious if I just go post on this forum that, like, I'm dead. You know? I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm alive. I'm dead. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm dead.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You know what? Yeah, I can see where she was coming
Yeah.
from.
So, like, okay, Claudine. But Danielle, I get you. Okay. So then, Yarntopia Treasures, this is the nail in the coffin, posts, I saw Danielle at Walmart with dye on her hands.
So she caught her red-handed.
Red-handed. And it was red dye on
Oh
her
my
hands.
god, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. Oh my god.
I know.
This is hilarious.
Yes. So someone who is thought to be local to her basically is saying, I saw her, guys. Like, she's definitely not dead. And this detail of her having, like, red dye on her hands is just, like...
Perfect.
Kind of perfect.
Oh my god.
So she tried to fake her own death. But at this point, obviously...
She's not.
No,
She's
it's
alive.
Everyone's just like, okay, she's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Not it. She not dead. You know?
Oh my god. That is so wild.
Yeah. So then Abracadabra pops up on the forums. Abracadabra, brand new user Abracadabra, and starts saying, no, guys, Danielle's really dead. She's like so dead.
Okay, so Abracadabra's definitely Danielle.
She's 100%. People sniffed it out immediately. They're like, Abracadabra my ass.
Exactly.
Like, this is Danielle coming on like, no, she's dead.
No, she's really dead, y'all.
So dead.
Yeah,
Yes, it was
no.
like-
I mean, like, good. I was gonna say A for effort, but honestly, it's probably like a C- for effort.
D for effort.
Yeah, probably.
Abracadabra?
She's not passing the class. It's
Cadabra.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
That's a choice.
No.
That's Danielle.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's in.
Yeah.
So, Danielle, nice try.
But oh my god, that's
yeah.
so bad. Like, it was her like last attempt at being like, no, really.
Yeah. No, I'm totally not dead. I'm totally.
Oh god.
So then everything kind of turns to the orders themselves, because we haven't heard from the FBI. We don't know if they're actually serious or if they like kind of were like, okay, this is very unserious and it's just yarn. Maybe we should go like investigate terrorists or something.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. But FBI is sort of not mentioned anymore or not part of the drama anymore. But everyone sort of turns to, hey, I have outstanding yarn orders and I want a refund. Because at this point, remember, all of this started when she like basically said, I'm super sick and I can't fill everyone's orders.
Yeah, she at this point like she needs to be refunding people. This is just like not cool.
Yes. And so this is sort of where things shift to this narrative about like, we still have these outstanding orders. refund us.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's reasonable.
I think it's reasonable. Like, at first I was not with them, but now I'm like, yeah, they need to get their money back.
Yes. So then a new user pops up, MCY Yarns. So Mystical Creations Yarns.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, Abracadabra's gone. But this time, the poster says, the business is closed. We're in the process of refunding customers. Please just chill out, basically. That's not word for word, but like that's sort of the vibe. Is she's posting on all the forums and she's saying, okay, we'll refund you. Just calm down. Right.
Which I'm like, for her to be like, you'll get your money after all of this drama. I'm like, girl.
Right. And she doesn't say, this poster doesn't explicitly say she's Danielle. And everyone is like, who are you? Like, just tell us who you are. Just admit you're Danielle. Tell us who you are. Who are you?
Yeah.
And they're going after this account like, who are you? Tell us. And angry exchanges are happening in the forums. But this poster is still not going to admit she's Danielle. She's like, I'm a helper.
Okay. All right. You're Danielle.
A helper?
Come on. Just admit it at this point. Like, this is...
Mm-hmm. Accountability is not in the language of this person.
I'll give her this. She's committed to the bit.
She totally is.
And there's something to be said about that.
You
but
know,
like...
We kind of like Danielle.
You know? she's real for that, you know?
So people are mad. They're like, I don't buy it. Like, obviously you're not a helper. You're Danielle.
Yeah.
But she does... she does respond in the forums, and she doesn't get into any of the drama, really. She just says, hey, we're going to refund everyone. Just be patient, and we're going to try to refund everyone slowly. And honestly, it reads to me like just someone who is legitimately trying to dig themselves out of a hole and like come up with enough money to refund everybody. So like,
yeah,
that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
And after all the refunds are processed, basically, MCY Yarns is like, sorry, everybody, but, all the refunds are done. Bye.
Bye.
We're closed forever. And, end scene from the Mystical Creations Yarn standpoint.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Danielle, our Yarn Princess, went from the highest high, it's this beloved creator of artisanal yarn, to the lowest of lows, right? She's faking her own death. She's getting investigated by the FBI. Wow. Her BFF in Europe is throwing her under the bus and being like, yeah. So
that's quite the journey that she has been on.
This is the journey of our beloved yarn princess, Mystical Creations Yarns. And I'm not gonna lie on this one. I was thinking about it, and I do kind of like have a little soft spot for Danielle in my heart, because I'm like, when you think to the beginning of the story where she was like just a yarn dyer who's very much trying to just keep up with orders, and she's beloved and she doesn't want to disappoint people, and she's trying to expand, and then she can't fulfill her orders, and she keeps like pausing and having to stop taking orders.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably what was happening.
That's
but
true.
Because even early on, remember, people were coming for her for like small things.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. And so she's like, well, then I'm just gonna lie.
She's like a people pleaser that just goes off the deep end.
That's not what I'm getting.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I do feel bad for her. Like, did she do all of the wrong things? Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, she probably did not anticipate how much her business was going to blow up. And then just, like, freaked out and was like, I'm going to make bad choices.
Right, exactly. I'm going to be dead. and also, like, she when you think about the refund process also, like, I was thinking about, well, what if she was, like, in a bad financial situation?
Yeah.
And obviously she's selling yarn for $10. It's not like she's rich over here, like rolling in the yarn money, And
also the other thing to consider is, because this is 2007, 2008, like, I would be willing to bet that the refund process probably wasn't that, like, straightforward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the technology was still pretty primitive as far as, like, online shopping went.
Yeah.
It was definitely, like, the bridge between mail ordered like magazines
Yes.
and then what we have today.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was even just maybe logistically she didn't know how to go about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think she's like a villain. I don't think she's the worst person. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she made bad choices.
She definitely made some interesting choices. But again, also like I also have sympathy for the fact that like the internet was a very unserious place. So
That's
like
true.
you could go on and be and do anything. So she's like, I will be dead. You know? I'm going to unalive myself. Like you know
what? Hell yeah. Do what you gotta do, girl.
Yeah, but also like if you look at it from Danielle's perspective, like Claudine is the villain.
Yeah.
Claudine threw her ass under the bus immediately.
So messy.
Immediately, which I love. I love a little bit of mess.
Yeah.
But also I love a ride or die. So like
that's true.
From my point of view, I was a little bit like, is Claudine the villain here? She's not, because she was, she's
trying. But at the same time, like, okay, I think about it this way. Like, if you and I, like, if you were like, I'm faking my death.
Like, I gotta go.
I would be, like, in, like, black head to toe, crying, being like, my poor friend Linda, she's dead.
Yes.
And I would be like, we'll figure out why you're doing this later, but I'm going with it.
Exactly. I know you would, and I would do the same for you. My ass is not a Claudine. Not a Claudine. Either. We're digging a hole in the backyard. We're taking pictures for Instagram. We're mourning and praying to Jesus for your soul resting in peace.
Yeah, and then we can deal with it separately in private later and be like, okay, girl, why are you dead?
Yeah,
like,
should we meet in the Bahamas? Like, do you need money? What's going on? Who do I need to murder?
Right.
To make it safe for you to be alive again?
Exactly.
That's like, I don't know. So I thought this story was very interesting.
It is.
I do have a soft spot for Danielle. I know it's weird, but I do have a soft spot for her. And it was a long, kind of windy journey. But at the end, Danielle, our young princess, is hopefully somewhere in the universe, alive, well, kicking, dying yarn.
We hope you're doing good, Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah, we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. So that's the end of my story. And thank you for your attention on this matter.
Thank you so much for telling this one. This was amazing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's take a sip of tea.